projector friend, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 16th to the 22nd, 2024. But know that if you are coming across this video at a later date, you are definitely still in the right place. My name is Christy, and I'm so excited to provide this reading for you this week. But know that if it doesn't resonate, just let it go. One of the most wonderful things about being human is that we have free will choice. So no matter what messages Spirit has for you this week, you always have the power to change them. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so today I have been drawn to the earth, to power animal cards. So I'll start with pulling one of these for you, and then I will go reach way up into the realms of dragons for some advice, and then we will meet kind of somewhere in the middle. And then, as always, I will consult with our friends from the tarot for a situation, obstacle, and advice reading for this week. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I love it. These cards there's a puma on the cover, which is definitely a very powerful animal. When I was in Costa Rica this summer and saw them in real life for the first time. And they were at an animal sanctuary where animals go, like if they are, they've been hurt in the wild and they can't be released. But these guys were, the ones that we saw were, they had a beautiful enclosure. And they were raised from babies, like in captivity. The dog's at the door, I'm just gonna ignore her. They were raised in captivity, like kind of a la Tiger King style, until their person like no longer afford to probably buy all that meat. And so the sanctuary took them, and they were majestic, right? We saw them walking around, it was great. Anyways, love it. Okay, so which power animal is here for the projectors this week? And it's porcupine, innocence. This one's kind of heavy. It says, free yourself from guilt and shame. Guilt and shame on like the emotional, like if we have like let's say like 15, let's say we have a scale from like 0 to 30. I got this from Tony Robbins, by the way. 0 to 30, where 15 is pretty like neutral. And then it kind of like, it's going down to 1 is like kind of like the denser, harder emotions. And then the going like from 16 up are like the ones that are like very, like elation, utter joy, that kind of stuff. Guess what? Shame is a 30, okay? Shame is the lowest you can feel. So if there is some area of your life where you feel guilt or shame, porcupine is saying, people, like projector, like it's time to release it. Now, lots of ways that we can do that, whether it's through therapy, whether it's through meditation, whether it is through talking things out, whether it's having some success resolving conflict, right? My manifestor reading was had some conflict, but not bad, like resolving it. Like, how do we get on the other side and become stronger as a result, right? So anyways, porcupine, interesting, because porcupines, what do? Right? They when they get scared, right? They prickle up and they turtle down, right? They prickle up and they just protect themselves and hide there until it's gone, rather than facing what might be there. Now, I mean, that's anyways, in their essence, that's what you're being encouraged for. Okay, with our projectors, we have Black Dragon from Saturn, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate. Focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. Awesome. Okay, and look, I've never actually seen this one before or drawn it. So spiritual discipline. So perhaps the way that you move through guilt and shame is through spiritual discipline, like meditation, right? Listening to your higher self, connecting with your higher self. If you feel like your relationship with your higher self is maybe like not as developed as you would like, start doing that. Like, that makes a lot of sense to me. And like, it's so interesting because I've kind of, like, I meditate every morning, and I have stopped I'm just in a little phase right now where I'm listening to like some billionaire mindset stuff, right? And it's really interesting because this morning, it's like, I think it's, I can't remember it. It starts with an A. And that's not Ajax. It's anyways, Alux. Okay. So I'm listening to Alux and some of it I'm like, meh, but other things like this morning, it's always like 15 things you can do, blah, blah, blah. And this morning, I took like 10 of them. I was like, yep. I'm like, okay, I can do these things. Right. And, yeah, and I'm doing it to enhance my, abundance, right? Like I'm like, oh, these are, yeah. Anyways, it had a lot of good reminders of things that I've been kind of putting off that I should be doing. But I don't feel guilt or shame about it. This isn't my reading. But it's just like, it's like, oh, I found it very motivational. So, but that's not very spiritual, like in terms of woo-woo, but it's spiritual to me because it's helping with my, like, where do I go next, right? Like, what do I need to do to take that next step to expand in the realm of my finances, right? So anyways, there we are. Okay, so situation this week for our projectors is, oh, okay, we've got the 9 of Wands. And this card is very much about protecting what you have already built. Okay, so like there, you've worked really hard. Like the 9s, whew, I'm like, the 9s were almost at the end, right? With the 9s, we've kind of gone beyond structure. We've gone beyond we've gone through a crossroads, and this is in some area of your actions, your passion, like something that you've been working towards, like physically. So like there's something here that there's a situation this week that you feel drawn to protect. Okay, there's something else with this that I'm missing, but Spirit will bring it in a minute. Okay, but there's a wounded warrior. That's it. Okay, so there's a feeling here of wounded warrior. So like you've been through battle. You're now, it's hard. So there's something this week that in some area of your life that feels challenging, and you're like, and you want to like double down on protecting it. But we'll see what Spirit has to say about next. So the obstacle. Ooh, interesting. We've got the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands, like it's a brother card. Okay, so of all the cards in the deck, it's the one that can represent a brother. Or a brother type person, a brother type figure. Also can be boss. Okay, so the King of Wands is interesting because they're like charming and enigmatic, and they're, very passionate, and they've got, like they've been through the fire, right? Our salamanders are, there's lots of salamanders here, and the salamanders are able to go through the fire, in the esoteric space, right? And he's very good at talking. So I feel like the obstacle has to do with a male energy in your life. The obstacle is a person. Okay. And they are, I want to say they're like brother type or boss type. There's something in there about, it could be dad. I'm not really getting dad. But anyways, the obstacle this week has to do with a person who embodies the energy. And like, that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that there's an obstacle some way. Perhaps the situation is that they're trying, like you've built something, you feel like you've built something, and like there's some sort of conflict in, oh, that's interesting. It's not my reading. I always take so much from my readings, even when they're not for me. Anyways, and so know that, but let's find out what, okay. Oh, very interesting. The result is Queen of Cups. So we've got some challenges here with some male energy this week, but the outcome is really beautiful. Okay, the Queen of Cups is a very caring, like a very feeling. She's all about like nurturing your feelings. So as you go through this, oh, actually, I love how this is all tying together. Okay, as you go through this, right, like she is she wants so she's like there's a mothering feeling here, but I'm not getting mother, I'm getting you. Okay, so I'm getting emotional growth, I'm getting emotional security, that, like putting your emotions will come, like putting your feelings and emotions but first is going to be the outcome of this, and that's okay. It's not selfish to care about your feelings. It's not, it's a good thing when we are stable within ourselves and unsecure in our emotions, like a Queen of Cups is, right? Like she's very secure in her cups. She's also very caring towards other people. So that's great, right? So, okay, let's tie it all together. Okay, so I feel like these two go together. okay? I'm getting, okay, that these two go together, okay? That the guilt and shame came from this figure, came from the King of Wands, okay? Came from the King of Wands. So in the past, there's been a father, brother, boss, something that you didn't reach their expectations. And you're carrying that now, okay? And you're carrying that now. And the situation is going to come up this week is that you feel like you've needed to protect from this, okay? That you've needed to protect from this. But if you resolve, so again, oh, I love it. This fits too, okay? Okay, it's the spiritual track that is going to help you to move past this energy and to connect. Remember with that higher self I was talking about? The more you connect with your higher self, the more you will embody the Queen of Cups, okay, projector? But look at this. Focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. So you've already, you have all this within you, okay? But also there's much more connection with higher self will lead to a stronger, more stable, more caring, nurturing ability, not just for yourself, but for the people that you care about. Woo! I love it. Okay, projector, time to go do a little bit of work, but it should feel good, okay? When we release guilt and shame, we start to move up that ladder, okay? We start to move up that ladder towards. Now, you can be at a an 18 and a 2 at the same time, okay? Right? Like you can't, right? Because maybe you feel great about, your friendships, but you're feeling not so great about your work situation, okay? So it's okay. But like what we want to do is bring everybody up, right? So we want to ascend. We want to raise our vibration, okay? This is very much let's release some guilt and shame to raise our own vibration this week, which then spills out into everything else in our lives. Woo! Okay, that's what I've got for you this week, projector. I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you again next week. Okay, bye.